The community of West Point, Nebraska is surrounded by fertile farmland that produces corn, cattle, and hogs. Farmers here are pioneers in modern agriculture. Their innovations and contributions make them an important part of the growing community nearby. The strength of the West Point community is its people. People who have never forgotten what the word neighbor means. To the people of this eastern Nebraska community, a neighbor is a friend. A neighbor is someone to care about. It's been that way since the first pioneers arrived in the West Point area. In 1857, the Nebraska Settlement Association was formed to scout the river valley known to Lewis and Clark as Corn de Surf, or Elkhorn. After weeks of searching, these Nebraska pioneers reached a grassy hill overlooking the Elkhorn Valley and said, "This is a place." It was here where the expanse of Great Plains breaks into gentle rolling hills and sweeping valleys that John D. Neely built his home and established the town of New Philadelphia. New Philadelphia was established by an act of the territorial legislature on October 29th, 1858. A sawmill was built to provide homes for the pioneers, and the community grew and prospered. New Philadelphia became known as West Point because it was the most westerly point settled in the Elkhorn Valley. The rich soil of Cumming County soon provided a bountiful harvest, and the people flourished. West Point became the center of community life in Cumming County. The people of the area looked to West Point as the place to meet with their friends, worship, and trade. The people of West Point have always worked hand in hand with the farmers. In fact, West Point's most precious natural resource has always been the land and the people. Today, we can see the courage and vision of the pioneer forefathers. They looked at waves of prairie grass and saw corn ripening in the sun.
West Point and Cumming County in general and the surrounding counties got a kind of a vigorous group of agricultural people. They're certainly progressive in many different respects. They're a very demanding group of customers, demanding in that they're innovative and they're up to date with their farming practices. It's not something that they, that they're sitting behind watching George come up with the innovations. The innovations are happening in Cumming County and the surrounding counties.
The farmers around the West Point area need a town like West Point. They're getting to be very successful. It's a good ag area. And I always like to compare it a little bit on, the success will breed success.
Like the agricultural community, the business community is innovative and hardworking. The people who work in West Point bring to their work the same spirit of family and cooperation that makes West Point a strong community.
We found that many of the services that are required for our business could be found in this city, and it seems like there's a lot more here than we'd found in other places. or as we had looked in other places. When we have a pump that breaks down, or when we have a compressor that goes out, or well, we put 2 new churns in the other room in there, and when we put those churns in, one of them wasn't in very good shape. We had a fella downtown who completely rebuilt the drive and the motor on that churn. It was a 440 motor. He converted it by rebuilding it back to 220, and it runs better than the one that was factory rebuilt. It seems like we've got a lot of that kind of service in this town. We've never had a truck problem in this town because we have a truck people here that take care of us, and those things are extremely valuable.
When we first came to West Point, we employed 24 people, and this included my dad and my brother and myself. And since that time, we've experienced a rather phenomenal growth, and we employ now a little over 100 people. Our employees are industrious people, ambitious. They like what they're doing. This is obvious by the way they do it.
We started at a small grocery store, approximately 3,000 square feet, and we've, over the years, have been able to enlarge our business to something like 11,000 square feet now, and we can offer a lot more service and a lot more variety of products.
Iowa Beef started with 80 employees, and we have increased our production to the point where we now employ 300 employees and are considered one of the major slaughter facilities in the United States. What best characterizes the people and the worker at West Point is they have a tremendous pride in what they do. They seem to be universal in the feeling that they seem to care about what they put out in terms of an end product.
Industry and agriculture, working hand in hand, is the key to success in West Point. One of the benefits of living in a progressive community like West Point is people who realize the importance of education. The West Point community works together to provide a bright future for their children.
Approximately 1/3 of our students do take some classes at the public school. The public school runs a bus down to our school every hour and picks up the students and takes them back up there for classes. They take primarily agricultural and vocational classes. I think it's good for both schools, really. The public school could not offer these courses if they didn't have more students, and our students would not be able to get them at all if they couldn't take them up there. Any problems that have come up about busing, we've been able to work out together.
The 2 parochial and 1 public school system provide the children of West Point with solid educational opportunities. The system offers complete college preparatory study and a wide variety of vocational classes. A community is not just bricks and mortar.
Fred, can you turn that on full flow?
It's people with ideas and hopes and dreams. In West Point, people are willing to give of themselves to help their community.
Raise it up a little bit more.
The volunteer firefighters give thousands of hours to make their community a safer place to live. Every community needs fire protection, and every community should have people willing to give of their time and talents to help the children learn the importance of sportsmanship.
The team consists of, there's 14 players on it. There's 4 girls and 10 boys on the team, and their ages range from 7 to 9 years old.
Roger, you're at first.
Jody, try to hold your glove like
They
this.
sent a letter home from school
Notifying
notifying the kids that they could sign up for T-ball. My boy says, "Dad, you're going to be a coach. You're going to be a coach." So I went and signed up as a coach, and I never regretted it.
Be ready over there, Roger. Here it comes.
The kids were a lot of fun. We played to win, but on the other hand, we played to have fun, and that was the main thing.
There you go. Go, go!
On first base here. Be a little excited, Roger.
Whenever they did something good or
Nice
just
job out
made a
there.
decent play, we really praised them.
Roger,
By the
way to
time
go.
they went home, they felt great, even though they lost. If we did, and we didn't have a very good winning season. In fact, we came out on the bottom, but heck, we had a few family picnics with the team and watermelon feeds, and it's a very good program.
Well, the satisfaction I get out of coaching is seeing the players, whether it's the boys or the girls, having fun, enjoying themselves, and being a part of helping them.
Commitment to help others is what the community of West Point is all about. Whether it's working with children or being on call to help others in their emergencies.
I think there was a point in time when I wasn't helping the community. I had my job, but I wasn't doing anything to help the community itself. And I felt that I had a need, a desire to help the rest of the people, because you see other people doing this and you're standing on the side, and there's no sense of accomplishment when you're standing on the side.
The West Point Rescue Squad has more than 25 volunteer members who take turns being on call 24 hours a day.
Okay, let's go.
These men and women have had hundreds of hours of training, equipping them to meet any emergency.
And I can go back to one time when we come across our first heart attack victim. It's something that really hit me because it was somebody that needed help, and we happened to be around at the time. And we was there instantly, and we was able to give some help to the person. That's something that stimulated me, and from that point in time on, I felt that I had a commitment to the community, to the rescue squad, to everybody around.
Giving to help others isn't always easy. It takes dedication and commitment from family and friends.
When I have to get up and leave during the night, or we have a family dinner with friends and relatives over, and I leave, there's some sorry looks on the faces, especially the kids. How come you're leaving again, Dad? But I can go back and say to them that I helped somebody, that I hope my children will help somebody also someday. I feel when people quit thinking about themselves only and start thinking about somebody else and helping them, and if I can teach that to my kids, whether they're prosperous or whatever it may be, they're going to be prosperous in one way in their life. And I think that's the goal. Money isn't everything. It's a fact of being able to live with yourself. I think my wife and my family understand it.
Not everyone needs the fast and professional help of a rescue squad. Sometimes giving of yourself in a simple way strengthens your community. Each Friday, Red Cross volunteers wash, comb, and set hair for the residents of the West Point Nursing Home. The residents of the nursing home and the women of the Red Cross enjoy this time together.
Well, I really think I get a great satisfaction out of coming up here each Friday because the ladies really do appreciate us coming, and they tell us so. And they would rather have their hair washed and fixed than they would have entertainment or go to a party on Fridays.
I don't know, through kindness you kind of let those people know you care. Show you love them, that makes a difference. Because they feel pretty lonely sometimes. A lot of times they'll say, oh, God bless you, you know, because we won't take money for it. They want to pay us, and we'll say, no, this is volunteer. Oh, God bless you, they'll say, and they'll be so happy.
The lady residents start booking appointments a week in advance. It's a time not only to have their hair fixed, but it's a time to talk and enjoy one another.
Yeah, well, then I shouldn't even be making you pretty.
Come on, how's Kenny?
He's real good. How's Orville?
Why, I just enjoy helping somebody else. I don't know, it's just a feeling I have to enjoy. I love old people, and I enjoy doing things for them. When I leave here, I always feel I've done some good for somebody.
I suppose.
Each year, the West Point Chamber of Commerce sponsors an appreciation barbecue. The barbecue is West Point's way of saying thank you to the people of the area. Over 1,500 pounds of beef and pork are served, and everyone gets a chance to see old friends and make new ones.
The people in West Point are very friendly. They also are willing to work. You know, like I say, we'll have about between 90 and 100 people, businessmen, that are going to work down here today, and I'm sure that if we had to, we could get 200. And it's all donated help. So you can't put on a weekend like this unless you have lots of cooperation. And we have it. We really do. We got a lot of cooperation from the people, from the businessmen in West Point.
Now we work this work. Here we go with Kelly Downing, Dodge City. On the third, the Appaloosa bucking horse. Randy Cohen on the hat.
Part of the Chamber of Commerce Appreciation Weekend is a professional rodeo.
Hey, it isn't too often that horse gets ridden. It's one of rodeo's top hands aboard.
Everyone turns out to see this exciting event.
It looks like that every time out. Tom says everything's okay, just got off to get my hat. I'm not for it. They ripped him right over the scoreline. He's out to beat everybody. It really wrapped him up.
The rodeo takes time out for the West Point businessmen's wild cow ride. There's not much skill involved, but it's exciting and takes a lot of effort. A community like West Point is a good place to grow, a good place to raise a family, and a place where people are involved in their community. West Point is a place where the individual is important and has the opportunity to contribute to the quality of life and grow with their neighbors.
I think we're meant to help other people instead of just doing everything for ourselves. I guess that's just a Christian attitude.
West Point, Nebraska means precious farmland, thriving business, but most importantly, West Point means people. People who realize the importance of community and commitment. People coming together to share time, talents, and each other. This is the spirit of West Point, Nebraska.